So, I was looking closer at some of the NPC quest lines for the things that I have around this game. I found that I actually did complete Bald the Wolf's storyline in my first playthrough, surprisingly enough, which is going to lead me to doing other things. I'll probably still play his questline through again in this run, so that I can just try and look into it in a little more depth, maybe, see what I can do. But we're going to be going to the north, the bridge on top of the northeast of the Mistwood outskirts first, which is somewhere over here. It's northeast from here. If you haven't seen this before, I'm going to the NPC Kenneth Heights to begin with today. I am looking at a bit of a guide, since I've already beat this game once completely through, to see what else I can actually do here. Because I have a majority of the other NPCs that are on the list for this specific area, but I didn't get the Kenneth Heights NPC questline done yet. So from here it says northeast, so we're gonna head that way. I think I can actually see him from down here. He's up there. He asks for help and gives you a mark on your map to a specific location that you need to go to anyway.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the True Order.
Hey.
Well, no. The help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished.
You're so nice.
Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the True Order. You might have heard of me,
Over here.
Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, the Untarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood. What do you wait? My fort Oh, fret not. The celebrate.
So he said that he'd give me a reward.
Yes. Now, allow. I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots, rather than die like a man. Has he no shame? The big girl's blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage. You almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it.
I wonder if he said all that the first time. I didn't mean to emote. I wanted to talk some more.
What are you waiting for? My fort.
So yeah, now we're gonna go to the fort, which the fort is right here. I'm gonna put a mark on it so that I know it's number 1 on my map and we'll head that way. It shouldn't be too difficult, especially given that I've already played this game once. I have all of my weapons and armor to full, my weapons and shield to full level. You can't upgrade the armor in this game for some reason. I'll talk about Bald's questline a little bit more when we get to the point where we're at the end of it. It's going to be far later. I did find out that you have to do this questline in order to unlock the original location of a different NPC, which is why I'm doing it now. I don't want to fall off the cliff, so I do need to be a little careful here. I could technically defeat the minor entry while I'm here, but I'm not going to do that. Sorry, tongue-tied today. Oof, that may be death. It's fine, actually, somehow.
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way. Welcome, valued keys. I'm hungry.
So you can't actually say anything to this merchant. He does offer some cool things, like the festering finger and such, that we would have later in the game. As for actual items that are interesting, I bought the notes that this NPC offers before, so I can't rebuy them. So it's pretty much useless to me at this point. It's cool that the merchant calls out to you in this location, though. They don't very often, and sometimes they're very difficult to even find. Actually, I should go back and kill the merchant, but I'll do that at a different time. Killing the merchant makes the items go to the round table, which makes a constant spot for all of the items to be without you backtracking. And seemingly there's no repercussions to killing them. So, that's great, I guess. Right. In we go. So there's a lot of things that get thrown around in here. I'm gonna ignore most of the enemies and make it to the one that it wants me to defeat. Because I've already been through here once, and I started the Kenneth Heights questline in my last playthrough and then killed him mistakenly. I didn't know that he would be such a big deal later on. But it's not a big deal. So this is the item we actually came here for. The knight should have been here. I don't know why it's not. Maybe it's somewhere down there now. Sometimes they change things on me in this game. It's a little weird. Yeah, the knight's right there now. I don't know why that is. So that's the knight who wanted me to defeat. I get my favorite ashes that I used throughout the entire game the last time I played. And we can leave. I need to not be seen by enemies to be able to leave, so we're gonna climb up here. If they can see you, they'll try to attack you, and if they can attack you, they'll try to follow you. That includes up ladders. Some things can't climb ladders, but a lot of them can. So I shouldn't be seen here, so I should be able to teleport away. There is a site of grace right next to here, but I don't have any need to return at this point, so we're just gonna ignore it. So back to Kenneth Heights. Kenneth Heights was northeast of here, right? Somewhere this way? Yeah, right there. Okay. So once we go there and tell him that we slayed the knight, if you go back to the castle, we can talk to him some more. Which I should probably do. And then we can proceed on with the other NPC questline.
Did you? Oh, excellent. Well done. I knew it now. Go ahead.
There's the word that we get. Reward. Blah, blah, blah.
Right then, I've much. What's that look? Well, under even the which is why just you.
He has much to
Would you
accomplish.
like? I see bright. Enter. And who
He asks
knows
us if
what
we'd like
say
to
you?
enter his service, and we're going to say yes.
Very well. And I knew. We shall hold. I see. Right. I've much.
So he says that he'll wait for us at the fort, so we can head back to the fort and likely talk to him. I should get the site of grace while I'm over here this time, just in case I have to keep returning. And we'll talk to him and then proceed on to the other NPC questline, which is located at Stormvale Castle. Our next objective at Stormvale Castle will be to meet this NPC, and the NPC actually can help you beat the boss there, which is great. Items, 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 and we're out. I did a funky drop right here last time. It was like this, And like this. Makes me fine. So, the site of grace, the way up to the castle is right that way. If you follow this lip around this side, there's actually a little drop down point to the site of grace that is right here. Just in case I have to keep coming back here. Done. Then we'll hop up here and run forward. I don't know why it still says that we can summon here. There isn't really a need to anymore. Red-eyed things are more powerful than the other ones because they're the leaders, or there is a leader somewhere. They usually also drop more runes. I'm just gonna take the time to kill these real quick. And so that we can go over here and get some of the crafting items, like the smoldering butterfly, and there used to be an item in here. Evidently there's not anymore. It's probably because I took it in my last playthrough, which is fine. It was probably just an armorer's cookbook or something along the lines anyway. So, if I'm right, Canathites is up there. Or... what happened here? Yeah, he must be up there, I'm guessing. Either that or I had to rest the site of grace to make him appear here. Yeah, he's not up here, so don't know. Very strange. Usually he's right here. I'll go and rest the site of grace and check things out after I do that. Here he is. Okay. So yeah, it's just a weird little thing. Hi, Kenneth.
Ah, you, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort. Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood, as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
So, is that the end? Yes. Okay. So, now I need to go back to Stormvale, and somewhere in Stormvale Castle, I think they said it's by the Liveside Chamber, I'll find Nephra? Or Nephi? or however you pronounce her name. Neferai, maybe? Okay, it says that she's near the boss, the actual boss battle. After I make my way through the barricades in a place with a secluded cell. Oh, I'm heading the wrong way. My bad. My bad. So I think I'm supposed to be heading up, maybe. Has been a little while. I kind of wanted to explore a little bit anyway, so it's good to have the need to explore with finding the NPC that's in the area. I don't hate a lot of the enemies in this area, but those guys that have the actual giant axes that are in the red cloaks are usually kind of devastating. What's this?
Be proud.
Oh, that's her.
You're a fine warrior. The army still protects you. Let the winds lift you. In place.
Well, that was... Please do not kill me. I've been trying to find this NPC. Thank you. One more. Okay, and then the archer. Okay. So she was talking about the warrior she just killed, which is interesting.
Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am Nefeli Lu. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me aid the fight. Apologies, but I've idled long enough. As fellow Tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance. Down whatever road takes us to the throne of Elden Lord.
Exactly.
Apologies. As fellow Tarnished, we
No,
must...
that's great. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have no dialogue that I was missing. Okay, so now we're prepared to actually face Godric. I should use my mimics here, but I might not. Actually gonna roll all the way into here to where there's a checkpoint. They changed this room. Because there used to be an entrance at the front and back. And now there's one. That's very, very strange. Yeah, they definitely changed this area. There used to be an entrance here and one back here. And there's not an entrance back here anymore. That's a little annoying. Well, let's summon her, defeat Godric the Grafted, and then we can continue Questlines. Hello, hello. Welcome. So we can also use our skeletal ashes here, but I'll let the cutscene play and mute my mic.
Mighty dragon, thou'rt a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. The lonely Tarnished more that is golden.
So that's that cutscene. I had a theory that grafting was the Everjail people were all grafted, and that's the kind of their form. But I don't really have any proof of what grafting is. Fine. Inflicting Godric the Grafted with Scarlet Rot is amazing. So 8,500 damage so far. Mute myself for a second.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
So I always think the same thing when cutscenes that are like that. We just stopped our battle and let him do whatever. We didn't try to attack him or finish the battle while he was doing that whole slow thing where he just interacted with a dragon. You know, when they're putting on their armor and or just walking around during the time before a fight, why didn't we strike them and end things immediately?
Bathed in rays of gold.
Okay, so that's that battle. Let's rest Set of Grace real quick. And before we proceed, I'm actually going to go back to the round table. So, here at the round table, we still have the guy who's asking us to look for Lena.
I've lost count of it, honestly.
I'm gonna do a little, player versus player fight that's down here. It's a game NPC, so it's not a real person, but you can't use any summons, which does make it difficult, and it does have bleeding and frost effect. As you can see, there's tons of bloodstains down here, but it does have an item or two that I want. Possibly only one, but we'll see. I learned a little bit of a trick to this fight. If you run down here, the NPC that I'm talking about spawns somewhere around right here. And if you wait until it flinches its weapon a little bit, and then stab, you get an instant backstab. This fight was a pain the first time around. I know it's going to be a pain this time. Because of the frost magic. Oh, and that is something it often does, and if you're even in the range, you get hurt. And it's pretty devastating if you don't have the health from the levels of beating the game. Or at least some of that health from levels being further in the game. So he has one potion and that's it that you can use. The rest of the time, if he tries to use a potion, it's just an automatic backstab. I think I've inflicted him with Scarlet Rot, which is a good thing. Oof. As you can see, the frost damage adds up, especially after you're frostbitten. I'm using a weapon that's extremely fast, which will help me here. And the Scarlet Rot's always glorious to have. And that's the end of this fight, really. Done. I think you can pick up some items from his body, but I'm gonna run back here and pick this up real quick. Cypher's Peta. Got it. I think that's the only item that's down here. The doors down here, as far as I know, never open. That's just kinda it. So now we can go back up. So back to the top, we can go ahead and look around a little bit once more. Hey blacksmith, what's going
The
on?
blows of a challenger who's felled his mark. Fine and well. Now lay out your arms.
So his dialogue there was in reference to the fact that we beat Godric the Grafted, which is great. We're gonna use some of the keys that we had. I don't know if you can rebuy them now that it's the second run around or not, but I hope that you can because I'm using them in a lot of the same places. So there's a crossbolt that I never used during my first playthrough and probably won't use during this playthrough. Oof, I'm out of stone sword keys. So the ones down here take 2 of them. Some of them take 2 and some of them take 1 because of the fact that some already have them. I'm gonna talk to Fia real quick.
Would you like?
We're gonna hold her just for a second. Sometimes there's other dialogue you can do while she's holding you. I think. Don't quote me on it.
You are so.
So talk in secret.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then good day to you, my dear.
So, strangely enough, after saying that, she lets go of you and it causes you to stand. Which shows a complete interaction, at least I believe.
Would you like the blessing? Would you like...
I'm gonna let her hold me to see if I can talk to her some more.
Then good day to you, my...
No. Same thing. Alrighty, I guess. I know that she has a questline. I do not know exactly how at this point to unlock it. It might be later in the game. So what I'm going to want to do is use the Baldican's Blessing right away to make sure that the health debuff that she gives me is gone. Now we should be able to go and talk to the Two Fingers as part of what we need to do. Do you have any new dialogue? No.
May the golden orb.
Gideon's still locked. We still have lots of locked areas, but we were gonna talk to
You
her.
again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nefeli Lou. We met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
So there we go. Arsenal's Charm. This is one of those things that allows you to have less of a weight bearing, I think. I'll check it out real quick. Oh, interesting. So I have two different versions of it now. I wonder if she gave me the +1 version, or if, since I had one already, it just gave me the +1. Doesn't matter. Either way, cool that I got that. Can we say more to her?
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while.
So she's talking about Gideon.
It's about time I'll see you again.
The room is still locked off, obviously. We haven't been there yet, but we're going to talk to the Two Fingers. Which was a whole thing that I didn't really get in this game. So she talks about that the Two Fingers have the greater will with the Erd tree. So let the fingers hold you, guide you, that sort of thing. She's talking about the remembrance since I defeated Godric the Grafted, which these remembrances can allow you to get specific items. Obviously, I don't really want these, but it's interesting that they're a choice. These weapons do not have a passive effect, and these weapons are from the very last boss in the game. I should probably get one of them just to say that I have it. They both require faith and dexterity, which sadly I don't usually use weapons with faith. I don't think I can really do much else with them, so I'll go with the... This costs me runes, too. I guess I'll go with this one. I can also get Godric the Graft's dragon or his axe, but I'll wait until later to decide on that. We can talk to her about Great Runes. She basically tells us that the Great Runes, you have to go to a certain place that the Great Runes show you in order to obtain their power. So I think if we rest right here for a moment, it may change the state of the round table. All I'm doing is resting there to see if Gideon's door opens up, and it did. Hi, Gideon.
You've received the wisdom, then I bid you. I am known as a tarnished. I am you now belong.
He basically tells us we're now accepted here.
You'll be after then as your the inheritors, we of the round. Godric the General.
Now he's telling me about each of the different shard bearers to the Elden Ring.
His castle, but I suspect.
You can talk about all of them. The one we want to focus on is the NPC that we just talked to. The one that kind of looks like, Nightwolf from Mortal Kombat.
I understand you've been speaking to Nefeli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
So, that was an interesting one. That's all we wanted to hear for now. Now we're going to go back to Stormvale Castle, and we're going to go to the site of grace where Godric the Grafted was. And this is kind of the end of my knowledge on this quest line. Uh, Later on, there are some things that I know involve her, but I think this is the end of it for now. I think her and Kenneth are both supposed to be here, but I don't know for sure.
Pathetic excuse for
Sure.
a lord you were. Oh, this weasel was. Godric was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
So as far as I know, this NPC just stands here the entire game, stomping on that same spot. It never leaves. That's just kinda it. I was pretty sure they were supposed to be here. Is that not the case? No, it's not the case. She's gone for now, which is okay. I'm trying to decide what to do next for quest lines. It looks like the next quest line that I'm gonna try to proceed a little bit might be Dee's quest line. The website I'm using is a little hard to interact with. So it says we have to head to Summonwater Village in West Limgrave. So we can just look and see where that is because I've already... So that's up here. This is where I need to go. The closest place is probably here, just due to the fact that that's on the higher road. And hopefully I'll be able to climb up to that spot with my horse. So I think we're still heading towards 1, right? No, we're heading towards 2 this time. So this way. If this area looks familiar, that's because it's where we first saw Kenneth Haight. So here are some more runes I'm gonna pick up just because throughout the game I'll probably gain more. I'll pick them up wherever I knowingly see them. Done. Hoping there'd be a spirit spring here, but that doesn't appear to be the case. I don't think I can make it up from this side. I can head down and possibly go up somewhere else, maybe? Should I go down? Yeah, I'm gonna go down. Should I go all the way down? I'm not so sure about that. So, this jump is actually a little tricky. The game expects you to go across. It tried to throw me off there, which was rude. I'm really surprised that killed me. It wasn't really a far jump, and I hit the jump button again. So, that sucks. Nothing actually hit me there. It was too surprised to react in time. Sorry. So, if we just take the upper path, will it be easier? Up here, back from the Storm Hill Shack? It might be. We'll check that out real quick. So I think 2 is this way. Has to be, because 1 and 3 are the other points in the map. So, I want to head down a little bit and then over. Give me the item. Thank you. There's a set of graves here that I might as well stop at. So, first time around, also killed this NPC. Don't really regret it. But, we're not going to do it this time. Salted flesh. I got stuck in a tree.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help.
I can hear you. I need to go up there. That's another NPC that I wanted to look into doing the questline for.
Anyone?
Oh, aye, at least.
So,
My thanks. Just give, and I'll. Don't dally. Give it your all.
I told you to hit him hard. And you pretty much do.
Oh, that's. Well, aye.
A token of appreciation.
Once again, I And beyond upon this, I'd heard doesn't.
So he says that he's going to Redmane, which Redmane I did find later.
To Redmane, I've heard.
Okay, that's probably it.
To Redmane, I've
Yeah.
heard there's to be a...
So now we're leaving. Heading back towards the area where we were heading. We need to go back down, though, before we can head over there, because I don't want to drop and die again, like last time. Let's stop and pick up the Site of Grace, just because it's always good to have another one. And keep moving.
There's no mistake, is there? Death has left its mark once again.
Oof. So I'm gonna defeat this real quick and then I'll go back. Because I don't want him to be attacked by accident by whatever's going on with all this. Okay.
I'm sorry. I cannot give you your proper rights. But at least you did not join those who live in death. Your soul will return to the Earth Tree. In time, honeyed rays of gold deliver this spirit. Ah, a tarnished are you? I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death. And worse yet, it is home to a mariner. If you value your life, then go no further.
So I want to make sure to exhaust the
village here
dialogue.
has been turned back. The village here turned back.
Okay. So he's done saying his words. We're gonna go and see the village touched by death. And fight the mariner. Only after we stop at another Set of Grace, of course. And let's go. So there's the mariner on the water. These usually aren't actually difficult to defeat. The game tries to scare you into turning away from it, but I didn't have any trouble with these at any point in the game. Okay. Where did you go? Dead. And there's Deathroot. So I'm gonna go back up here and see if I can find him. Hi, Charlie. My cat is attacking underneath my door. I don't know why. So, he was somewhere over here? Maybe not? Well, there's a giant. I swore that he was somewhere over here. It doesn't really matter if we can find him or not, though. Because he's at the round table. So we can always just go back there to find him. We are in the Brink Caelid. Interesting. So I'm on the wrong side. I need to head towards that way. Across is where he is. Where he was, anyway. I don't have any more of the stone sword keys right now. Oh, odd, he actually moved down here.
Another fool who won't listen to reason, eh? But with a prowess for weeding Deathroot. How would you like to earn the strength of beasts? If you're inclined, then I'll introduce you to Garank, the beast clergyman. I have a matter of mine, and the beast himself wishes for someone to take my place. What say you?
Sure.
Very well. I've marked the location. It will lead you to Garank. I have a matter of my own to attend to. I spotted the mark of this centipede here in the village. An ill-omened symbol that should not be. Someone or something threatens the sanctity of the Golden Order and must be eradicated.
So, I have all the marks for the Deathroot. There's a whole bunch to defeat, actually. And they're all over the place. The Black Knight Assassin was a person who was touched by the Deathroot, which we did in our last playthrough. There's one east of the Kyrian Study Hall, which is where we defeat the Moon Princess Queen thing. There's one over right by the Windhelm Ruins in Melt Glamour. There's one at the Glamour Hero's Grave. And just kind of all over the place, but we're not ready to continue that yet. Questlines. I need to go back to the NPC questline list. Oh, we can go back to Varen now. Who isn't actually in his location. This says that there's 9 different death routes to find. We could head to Castle Monroe, which is below Ringgrave. Yeah, that looks like something that we can do. That's one of a few options, though. So the end of that questline I also got my first playthrough. Ironically. What is this? Ascending gate. I guess I thought it was elsewhere. It looks like I got a majority of the NPC questlines in my first playthrough. Um, we need to go to the Algil Lake, or whatever, and then from the Algil Lake we need to head southeast. It says into the trees, so into here. Southeast. So, yeah, assumably somewhere over here. Or maybe even to here. Either way, I kind of want to go back this direction, so it'd be a good time to. I think this is right next to the lake. It says go east towards the trees. There's also a bunch of sheep. So here? Does it mean? There's an item over here. Maybe not here. How far east? Doesn't say. Well, I mean, it can't mean Mistwood, right? Doesn't mean this location. There's no way, right? Because this is too close to the Church of Elith. It might, though. I can check it out. So it's 4 on the map. I swear it was somewhere over here. Yeah, I swore it was somewhere over here, unless they changed the spot, which they could have. So, east of Gil North, right where the trees would be here, too. Let's head towards 5. I don't see anything. I need a better location for this NPC. Near the big hammer-looking telescope in Limgrave. So near here. So yes, it is closer near the gate front. I thought the Agir North whatever was the lake, but evidently it's not. It says east of here. So east of here. Near that. Okay.
Oi! You there. Could you help us out, Kylie?
Where are you?
You? Yeah, you there. Stop pretending you can't see me.
Did they change the bush color back?
Why won't anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I?
Where?
Oi! You there. Could you help us out, Cully? You? Yeah, you there. Stop pretending you
There it
can't
is.
see me.
It's this.
What you going? Some clock. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me. Or I could, then Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them. So I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that. Right,
Okay, so that's that. It says to head to the coastal cave, which, where? This one. Okay. So, need to find a way down there. Says I'll need to get the sewing needle. I need to beat a boss there to get a sewing needle. So it's 5 on my map. Right, okay. Do I have the sewing needle? I might already have it. Alright, let me keep all of them, so I do. But I should probably defeat the cave just in case, so it doesn't get glitchy. Next to the site of Grace, it says, by the coastal cave. So, this trap doesn't kill me? No. And then, where is the coastal cave? Somewhere this way, hopefully. Can't see a thing. Oh, hi.
Oh. What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp.
I doubt it.
Wait. Is that what I think it is? You got it back for me. My sewing needle.
Can I not talk to you anymore?
What made you go and do a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that
Oh.
sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I? Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a seamster like my mum. Then I suppose I...
So is that it? Yeah. So it says the next time we'll meet him at the Lakes of Lorna, which is up here somewhere. Oh, interesting. The figure and Chrono reader is already there. So I'm trying to find out if there's any other NPC quest lines we need to defeat before heading that way. Of course, we had Roger's quest line in the last game, the last time around playing it. I can look into it a little bit more though. What happened here? Clicked on the wrong thing. Oh. So I did most of his questline the last time, but if you do his questline correctly, it ruins your chances of being able to do Randy's questline, because it gives you more information than you're supposed to have. So, let's not do that. The only other NPC that's in the area is Sorceress Stellan, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't have a quest line, and that she's just a store. She does have a quest line. I'm looking into it. Her questline is full of sorcery things, so I'm not sure that I should do that right now. Shit. Yeah. So, it looks like the next questline that I should really do should be the Monroe Manor questline. Because everything after that is the, on the lakes. Which means it's time to start heading downward. That'll be fun. Let's take some of these marks off the map, just to have them gone for now. I don't see any other ones. Doesn't mean they're not there, but I don't see any other ones right now. So we're gonna be heading to Castle Monroe next. Might as well mark it on the map. I am skipping over the golden seeds and a lot of other things this time around, but I don't think that I really need them. I can go back later if the game becomes harder. You guys can tell me what you think down in the comment section as well. So we're going to head towards 3, is it? No, we're heading towards 1. So we're heading that way. Off we go. Can you even get there that way? You can, the road connects, but it might be up above this mountain. It's not. They connect together right here. Purple items are usually pretty useful. So am I supposed to talk to you first? I don't exactly know. Yes. We're supposed to tell her that we'll deliver the letter.
Hello? Might I venture my
So
name
she
is
tells you
servant's
that
name,
her
but I
father
swear my
is
good
in
father decided
Castle
himself.
Monroe, and she asks you politely to deliver a
His
letter.
servants, they've since come. I fear it's please. Would you mind in my soul wish, please? Thank them, please.
And there's your letter.
Deliver it. Please, you can be stubborn.
Okay, so that's that. Then we go to the other quest line. Which is locating her father at Castle Monroe. I did do this the last time around, but I did in slightly the wrong order, so her father didn't end up where he was supposed to at the end. So, Sight of Grace and a merchant. I should be killing the merchants. I don't know why I'm not. So, I want your note. This note basically says that if you defeat the demi-humans, then any of the smaller enemies around it will cower. And now I'm gonna kill you. There. There's where your horse ended up. I might as well kill the horse, too. And continue on. So, if I can get all the bell bearings from the merchants, then I'll have one, basically, place that has everything in the game. Not everything in the game, everything that the people sell in one solid place in the game. So going through this area the first time really sucked. It might suck again, but I'm gonna hope it's easier this time. Okay. I tried to save him that time, and I don't think you can. I think he's just destined to die. Even if I saved him, he probably would have fought me anyway, which would have got him killed. Right, all that nonsense. Is this a dead drop? If I drop here, will I die? Let's go for the roll. There. Hi. Ow. Haven't actually ever seen that animation. Hey. Am I supposed to drop down there? I haven't found the NPCs, so I'm not going to yet. Ow. Okay, here's the NPC.
There's a face I've not seen before. I'm Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself. But you can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said, and true enough, they're foul inside and out. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but whatever you've come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morn won't hold much longer. Take this. I see. From Arena. Thank you. I'm in your debt, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall. As commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morn does not fall into the wrong hand. If you see her father...
Okay, so the first time around what I did was I went back to his daughter to tell her the predicament. Evidently, what's supposed to happen is you are supposed to return there, and it's a different scenario because of the fact that... Oh, fuck. I'm looking away so that I can try and read this, and these are killing me, which I shouldn't look away while I'm in danger. Anyway, you won't leave the castle, which is to defeat the boss to move the questline along. It says, if you return to meet Arena near the Bridge of Sacrifice, you'll find Edgar standing over her. Yeah. So we need to beat the boss to move the questline along. Which is fine. You did have to talk to him before you beat the boss for the questline to take effect, right? So let's rest here for a second. And then we'll continue on our way. Oh, okay, that's okay. This way? And just around the corner, there's a site of grace here. Get in my way. Okay, now we're going to take care of the boss. So be careful when you're on the water. If you look down, you can see there's a pathway with drop-offs. You can actually snipe this boss before you actually even enter the boss gate, which is a cheap way of doing it, so I'm gonna walk in and legitimately try it. This is one of the bosses, and the first time around that really gave me a lot of trouble. very aggressive. It's still kind of ouch even at this rate of level. So now what we're going to want to do is return to... We're probably going to have to return to in front of the castle. Because we want to go back and talk to that NPC again. Then after that, we have to return to his daughter. Steel wire torch. So, the game has a tendency of when there's too many enemies on the screen, it'll just lag the hell out of everything. So beware, that's not something I'm doing, it just happens. I went this way somewhere. Okay. And then I drop down. Must have been here.
For keeping the sword from those fallen creatures. I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Irina, I will spend my remaining days with her. Thanks to you, and devote my Irina as I only hope it remains intact. Thanks to you, and devote my remaining Irina has a gentle nature, though. I only hope it remains intact.
So, now we're gonna go back to Arena. Which Arena was somewhere this way? Yeah, somewhere this way. So, Castle Monroe is... We need to go back to the bridge, which is here, so we need to head this way. Right? I think so. Yeah.
Rena, how could this be? My daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me. I chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered. I'll find them. The foul wretch is responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Irina, it will be done. I'll find them.
Okay.
The foul wretch is responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Irina, it will be done.
So, I think that's all the NPCs in Limgrave. Except for Sullen, which I won't be doing this time around. We did most of the quests at the round table, too. I believe. Yeah, so I'm gonna call that it for now. We got a lot done in this live stream. I did tons of different quest lines, or at least began them. And then we'll continue them the next time around. I'll see you later.